Angkor Wat is a temple complex in Cambodia and the largest religious monument in the world, with the site measuring 162.6 hectares, 1,626,000 square meters, 402 acres. It was originally constructed as a Hindu temple for the Khmer Empire, gradually transforming into a Buddhist temple toward the end of the 12th century. It was built by the Khmer King Suryavarman II in the early 12th century in Yaśodharapura, the capital of the Khmer Empire, as his state temple and eventual mausoleum. Breaking from the Shaiva tradition of previous kings, Angkor Wat was instead dedicated to Vishnu. As the best preserved temple at the site, it is the only one to have remained a significant religious center since its foundation. The temple is at the top of the high classical style of Khmer architecture. It has become a symbol of Cambodia, appearing on its national flag, and it is the country's prime attraction for visitors. Angkor Wat lies 5.5 kilometers, 3.4 miles, north of the modern town of Siem Reap, and a short distance south and slightly east of the previous capital, which was centered at Baphon. In an area of Cambodia where there is an important group of ancient structures, it is the southernmost of Angkor's main sites. According to legend, the construction of Angkor Wat was ordered by Indra to act as a palace for his son preacher Kidmili. According to the 13th century Chinese traveler Dagyuan Zhu, it was believed by some that the temple was constructed in a single night by a divine architect. The initial design and construction of the temple took place in the first half of the 12th century, during the reign of Suryavarman II, ruled 1113 to circa 1150. Dedicated to Vishnu, it was built as the king's state temple and capital city. As neither the foundation stele nor any contemporary inscriptions referring to the temple have been found, its original name is unknown, but it may have been known as Vara Vishnulak after the presiding deity. Angkor Wat, located at 13 degrees 24:45 and 103 degrees 52:0 E, is a unique combination of the Temple Mountain, the standard design for the empire's state temples, and the later plan of concentric galleries. The temple is a representation of Mount Mayu, the home of the gods. The central quincunx of towers symbolizes the 5 peaks of the mountain, and the walls and moat symbolize the surrounding mountain ranges and ocean. Access to the upper areas of the temple was progressively more exclusive, with the laity being admitted only to the lowest level. Angkor Wat is the prime example of the classical style of Khmer architecture, the Angkor Wat style, to which it has given its name. By the 12th century Khmer architects had become skilled and confident in the use of sandstone, rather than brick or laterite, as the main building material. Most of the visible areas are of sandstone blocks, while laterite was used for the outer wall and for hidden structural parts. The binding agent used to join the blocks is yet to be identified, although natural resins or slaked lime has been suggested. Angkor Wat is decorated with depictions of apsaras and devata. There are more than 1,796 depictions of Devata in the present research inventory. Angkor Wat architects employed small apsara images, 30 cm, 12 in-40 cm, 16 in, as decorative motifs on pillars and walls. They incorporated larger Devata images, all full-body portraits measuring approximately 95 cm, 37 in-110 cm, 43 in, more prominently at every level of the temple from the entry pavilion to the tops of the high towers. In 1927, Sappho Markle published a study cataloguing the remarkable diversity of their hair, headdresses, garments, stance, jewelry and decorative flowers, which Markle concluded were based on actual practices of the Angkor period. The stones, as smooth as polished marble, were laid without mortar with very tight joints that are sometimes hard to find. The blocks were held together by mortise and tenon joints in some cases, while in others they used dovetails and gravity. The blocks were presumably put in place by a combination of elephants, coil ropes, pulleys and bamboo scaffolding. Henri Mouhot noted that most of the blocks had holes 2.5 centimeters, 0.98 in diameter and 3 centimeters, 1.2 deep, with more holes on the larger blocks. Some scholars have suggested that these were used to join them together with iron rods, but others claim they were used to hold temporary pegs to help maneuver them into place.